Hello, I am Claudia and this is my summary report for analysis case of return to work plan for Frank T. In this summary, I've made into a dialogue between me as therapist and Frank T as my client. So let's get started. Hi Frank, let's go over the results of your Functional Capacity Evaluation, FCE. You've been diagnosed with a right shoulder slap tear, grade 3 to 4 arthritis, and a right anterior labral tear. These conditions were the causes of why you're experiencing pain and weakness, especially when lifting or reaching overhead.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ever since I hurt my shoulder pulling that lever at work back in August, I've struggled with pain and stiffness. I've been doing some therapy, but it's still tough to lift or do anything overhead.
I can see that. During the FCE, we saw that your right shoulder strength and range of motion, ROM, are still limited. For example, you can lift up to 50 pounds rarely, and 45 pounds occasionally, but your job requires lifting 60 pounds to a 41-inch shelf on a more regular basis.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I can't do as much with my right arm as I used to. It's frustrating because I really want to get back to work full-time.
I understand. You've been working hard, and your effort shows, but there's still a gap between what you can safely do right now and what your job demands. For instance, the job also requires elevated work, like reaching up to 63 inches with a 5-pound tool. You're able to reach that height, but only with your left hand. Your right shoulder just doesn't have the strength or endurance to maintain that position with the weight.
Yeah, I feel it. When I try to reach up high, it just starts hurting after a while. So, what do you think I can do? I really want to get back to my job.
There's definitely a path forward. First, we recommend a work conditioning program to help improve your right shoulder's strength and range of motion. This program will focus on functional activities that directly relate to the tasks you need to perform at work.
That sounds good. How long do you think it'll take for me to get back to normal?
That depends on your progress, but based on your current abilities, we can start with restricted duty at work. You could begin with around 4 hours a day, paired with 4 hours of work conditioning. Over the next 3 to 4 weeks, we gradually increase your work hours as your shoulder gets stronger.
I am willing to do that, if it helps me get back to full strength. I've been doing some exercises at home, but I guess it's not enough.
You've made great progress on your own, but with a structured program, we can target the specific muscles and movements that are holding you back. For example, you've got some weakness in your right scapular stabilizers and shoulder muscles, which is why you're struggling with those higher lifts.
Yeah, lifting anything above my waist is tough. And sleeping on my right side isn't great either.
That's to be expected with your diagnosis, but we'll work on exercises that gradually increase your ability to handle those kinds of tasks. You should see improvement in the next few weeks. Also, we'll keep monitoring your pain to make sure it doesn't get worse.
I really appreciate this, Claudia. I was starting to think I'd never get back to where I was before.
You're doing great, Frank. The fact that you're motivated to return to work will help you recover faster. It's important to listen to your body, but with the right support and gradual increases in activity, I believe you can meet all the critical demands of your job soon.
That's what I needed to hear. I'm ready to put in the work, so let's do this.
That's the spirit. We'll start the work conditioning program and gradually get you back to working full days, lifting, and performing overhead tasks safely. I'll keep in touch with your employer to make sure they can provide modified duties until you're ready for the full workload.
Thanks, Claudia. I feel better knowing there's a plan in place.
That's all from me for the summary report of RTW case analysis for Frank T. Thank you for watching.